Hey, house guests! Welcome to today's Big Brother 26 updates and spoilers. Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. It's Beetlejuice Day! Yay! I'm so excited. Did I go out tonight and see the movie? Yes, I did. And it was amazing. Highly, highly recommend it. Oh, I'm just so happy. Our house guest of the day is Christine Caruso. Christine, thank you so much for the support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate you so much. So thank you again. If you guys want to be house guest of the day like Christine, check out our Patreon link in the description below. Also, you'll find down there our link for Paramount Plus if you're interested in checking out the live feeds. And if you use our link, it really helps us out. So we appreciate that as well. Oh my goodness. Last night, I literally screamed like at my TV. Another blindside vote flip. Oh my God, get out your blindside butterbeans. We had Kimo versus Rubina versus Joseph up on the block. And as we saw, Rubina beasted that AI arena and she got herself off the block. It was a big win for her. Kimo versus Joseph remained. And as we saw, Joseph was evicted by a vote of 4-3. Quinn and Joseph shooketh. The three people that voted for Joseph to stay were Cam, Leah, and Angela. Angela was having some regrets. So we saw when she went into the diary room to vote, she was like, I don't want to vote for Kimo to go, but I don't think I have the numbers to keep him, so I vote to evict Kimo. Well, now she sees that she would have been on the right side of the vote. She really blew it. She beefed it. And the 4 votes to get rid of Joseph and to keep Kimo were predictably T-Core and Rubina, of course, but then Mackenzie and Chelsea joined in with them. So we need to find out how this flip came to be, because it definitely seems like it was a last-minute decision. We're going to get into that. But first, Ainsley let everybody know that the jury phase of the game has begun. Yay! That's fun. The sad news is the AI arena has closed, and I am really sad about it because I do feel like this was a fantastic addition to the show. It injected new life into the show. So I hope that they do bring it back in some capacity in the future because boy, has it made things exciting. And as a result of that twist ending, the next HOH and after that, whatever, they're only going to be nominating 2 people. It's going to be back to classic Big Brother. 2 people go up on the block, they play for the veto, and then whoever's left after that, they're up for eviction. All right, so the feeds came back pretty quickly after the episode ended. This was still before the HOH competition, but it sounds like Mackenzie and Chelsea decided independently to vote to save Kimo, or at least that's their cover story. It's Beetlejuice. No, I think they actually did decide independently. They both seemed to be swayed by Kimo's speech. It was very sincere.
It's just spam.
Okay, can you just pick it up and hang it up? Thank you. They really were moved by his speech, and they both had said later on that it just wouldn't have felt right for them to keep Joseph over Kimo when they felt they wanted Kimo to stick around more, just on a personal level, but also they felt like Kimo was much better for their games moving forward than Joseph. Yeah. Again, Angela, she really blew it. Like, she could have been with the majority. And we find out later that T-Core did tell Angela before the vote, look, I have the votes to keep Kimo, so vote with us. And then she didn't, and she was claiming she didn't know. Yikes. So Kimo and T-Core really agree. Angela played scared. They see where she stands now. They can't trust her to be in their corner because they know she might just wimp out and try and go with the majority, even though she ended up being in the minority. Leah is also crapping her pants that Kimo is still there. She already felt like Kimo was going to target her before all of this, but now he knows that she voted against him. So he has a very easy reason to put her up on the block if he wins HOH. And Leah's like, I don't want Kimo to think that I'm against him. But girl. My dad's home. Bubby, it's okay. Let's just hold for a second because he's going to be barking. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Come on in.
Hi, everybody.
It's like we're on Mr. Rogers or something, and there's like a special guest coming through the front door.
Yeah.
Are you gonna change into your indoor cardigan?
No, it's too warm.
Yeah. Bowie's so excited to
Good
see his
boy,
daddy. Quick thoughts. What did you think of last night's vote flip?
It was pretty crazy.
It was pretty entertaining, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So let's get back into it. Leah is also worried now that Kimo stayed. Is he ever going to go back up on the block? She's worried he's just going to slide on through to the end now because everyone loves him. So Chelsea's like, no. You don't have to worry about that because if I win HOH, I'd put Kimo back up on the block. And she says, I would be cool with another guy going. I wouldn't have to be one of the people voting him out because I would put him up. I'd be the HOH. I don't vote, you know? So she's saying that. Let's see if she would follow through. Let's check in on Quinn. How's Quinn taken all this? This is his second failed HOH. He's really just not good at this. Honestly, he should probably start throwing competitions because when he has power, it does not go well. But he was talking to Cam in the bathroom, and Quinn is assuming that Angela was one of the flipped votes. So he's like, what the F, Angela? Like, what's going on? And Cam lets him know, no. It was Chelsea and Mackenzie who flipped on this vote, not Angela. So Quinn is shocked and he's asking, why? Why would they flip their votes like that? Well, we didn't get to hear the rest of that conversation because the camera changed. But we know it's because Mackenzie and Chelsea agree that Kimo is better for both of their games than Joseph would have been. Also, Joseph did not do himself any favors this week, the way he was spewing diarrhea out of his mouth, talking about how he feels like he could beat everybody. He's playing such an amazing game. So he really rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And that also contributed to Mackenzie and Chelsea flipping their votes. All right. On the other side of things, we've got a completely different vibe with T-Core, Kimo, and Rubina. They are thrilled that their trio is still intact. They all made it to the jury, and they agree Tucker is going to be so proud of them. Of course. I got to give them props because I did not think that this trio was going to survive this week. So they really Houdini'd out of it. They managed to pull it off. Well done. Okay, so then Mackenzie and Chelsea, they both chatted with Quinn separately, trying to smooth things over because they did just like go against his wishes big time. So Mackenzie, she apologized again. Mackenzie apologizes. She did not realize that this vote was going to flip. She thought that she was just going to vote for Kimo to stay and then he was still going to go. She thought it was going to be 4-3 still, but it would be Kimo leaving and not Joseph. And she's like telling Quinn, this was not some big plan, right? This was not some flip that we were keeping hidden from you. So let me just turn on this other light because it's going to drive me crazy. We can't be doing this. Okay, back to the witch lighting. So Chelsea tells Quinn, I want to work with you still. I want to protect you. I want to, it's okay. Just leave it. She says, I want to go to the final five with you. Is she serious about this? It's hard to say. I really don't know because Chelsea keeps telling everybody now that she wants to go to the final five with them. So who knows who she's actually truthful about that. I don't know. But Quinn is like, I'm not so sure that's in the cards for me at this point. It's not looking great. I've had 2 failed HOHs now. People don't want to go with what I want in this game, so he's not feeling great. But he does tell Chelsea, if I'm evicted, I'm going to talk up your game in the jury house because I would love to see you win. All right. So then they have the HOH competition, and it did have to do with the 40 video clips that Big Brother showed the house guests the night before. It wasn't a fake out. It was for real. So it turns out this competition came down to a tiebreaker with a handful of people. It was Kimo, Cam, Mackenzie, and Chelsea all in this tiebreaker. And I had to laugh when I saw that Mackenzie was in the tiebreaker because remember how much she kept messing up when everybody was studying? Apparently she pulled it together for the comp. So I don't know for sure, but it seems like Big Brother may have asked them in seconds how long were all of the video clips put together that were shown to the house guests. And I think the answer was like around an hour or so. So, however many seconds are in an hour. But some people went really high. Like there are apparently some ridiculous answers in this group. Chelsea ended up winning HOH. It's her second season. That's awesome. But she was not trying to win this. She did not want to win this. She went low with her answer, but everyone else overshot it by so much that she ended up winning. So she's like, I guess I'm HOH again. But this is interesting. Part of what makes this season so awesome is now that Joseph has left and Rubina won in the AI arena, everyone left this season has won at least one competition. That's pretty cool. I mean, there also were more comps this season because they had the AI arena, but still, it's pretty exciting that there aren't really any duds right now, right? Everybody has been participating in this game and winning competitions. So it's pretty cool. But Chelsea, excuse me, did not waste much time beginning her one-on-one chats. So Cam was up first. And this conversation started out okay, but then it got tense. So first Chelsea's telling Cam, like, congrats, you're making it through this week, you are completely safe this week, you're not going up. So then they're talking about who should go up on the block, and they agree the easiest nominees this week would probably be Kimo and Angela. Kind of boring, but we'll go with it because you never know. Maybe there's a backdoor plan, whatever. But Cam is saying he would love to vote Angela out this week, and then maybe they can take out Kimo next time. He's thinking it could be a double eviction this week. As far as we know, it's not, but he's thinking it could be, and that would be where he would want to take out Kimo. But don't take Kimo and Angela from us. Don't do that. So Chelsea brings up she feels like out of everyone left right now, Leah or Quinn would probably be the first to target her. So I feel like maybe she's kind of like laying the groundwork here for one of them to be a backdoor target this week. But Cam does confirm to her that Leah would be more likely to target her than Quinn would. So he says Leah would be a good renom option if the veto is used. So then Cam kind of like puts his foot in his mouth because he also says if it was Leah on the block next to Kimo or Angela, he would vote to keep Leah. So Chelsea doesn't like this because she feels like this is just another example of Cam picking Leah over her in this game. I mean, she's already put up with enough watching Cam get his head scratchies from Mackenzie, and now she feels like even on a game level, he is going to side with Leah and Mackenzie over her, and that's unacceptable. So Cam says, the thing about Leah potentially going up on the block, though, if she goes up and she stays, there's a good chance that she's really going to target Chelsea now. So again, Chelsea is like, do you hear yourself? Like, you know that Leah would target me. So why are you saying that she would be a good option to go up? And why are you saying that you would vote for her to stay? Why would you keep Leah if you know that she's bad for my game? Yeah, this conversation is a mess. I haven't seen any have-nots yet this week, as far as I know, but who knows? Chelsea suggests maybe she should put Cam up next to Leah since he doesn't want to vote her out. Oh my God. So it's starting to get a little intense here. Cam's like, that's crazy. I'd go home. So then they kind of get into it. It's getting a little bit heated. They're talking about who Cam is more loyal to, Chelsea or Leah and Mackenzie. Again, Chelsea is like really pissed about the head scratchies, flirting between Cam and before Leah, but now more Mackenzie. Also, Cam is not happy with Chelsea at this point because Chelsea just flipped her vote without telling Cam, and then Cam was left in the dark about it. He was on the wrong side of the vote. So he is not 100% happy with her either. So these two are not feeling great together right now. But eventually Cam does say he would be willing to vote Leah out if that's what Chelsea wants. And he's promising he wants to go to the final 3 with Chelsea and T-Core. This chat was really awkward. Really, really awkward. But anyway, Chelsea continues her one-on-ones. Let's do some highlights here. Oh my goodness, Lana Del Gay. First of all, I love your name. Also, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm gonna get into your comment at the end, but I just had to say thank you so much. So generous. Okay, so wow. Chelsea is doing her one-on-ones, and let's just go through the highlights of it all. So Kimo is telling Chelsea, I want to work with you. I want to protect you. Pretty standard, right? Nothing crazy. Angela. This was interesting. Angela brings up how she and Chelsea had already made an agreement that if either of them won HOH, they would not put each other up on the block. She also, Chelsea was not planning on winning this HOH competition, but Angela also brings up how they are getting closer to having all women in the final 6. This is something that has been discussed lately, in the last week or so. Angela is pushing for Quinn to go up on the block and out. That's not a surprise. These two have been rivals for a while now. But then Angela's also like, please don't put me up as a pawn. I have already been up so many times. I've been up on the block like 4 times. Like, just put up somebody else who hasn't been up 4 times. Also, she mentions, I have 3 grandchildren watching at home. And if I'm in the jury house, they might only see Nana like once a week, maybe. But if I'm still here, they can see me 3 times a week. That's a new one. That's a new argument that we haven't really heard yet. I don't know how much that's going to hold up in the court of Chelsea. But anyway, Mackenzie, she's up next. And Chelsea lets Mackenzie know she is completely safe this week. She is not going up on the block. And Chelsea says, excuse me, I'm so tired. She also says she's not putting up Cam or T-Core. And Chelsea says, I'm kind of looking at people right now who I'm hearing wanted to vote me out when I was up on the block. Remember during Tucker's HOH week when Chelsea was up with Cam and Mackenzie? So Chelsea brings up, I've been hearing that Leah wanted me out that week. And Mackenzie doesn't really push back on that. She's kind of like, yeah, that's, maybe you do want to take a shot at Leah. Leah and Mackenzie are close with each other when it's convenient, but they are not ride or dies, that's for sure. Rubina was up next, and Chelsea lets her know, you're not going up. I'm happy you're still here. And Rubina is confirming that she, T-Core, and Kimo are protecting Chelsea. I mean, this trio just continues to show how close they are. I mean, they're all speaking for each other, and why would Chelsea want to be number 4 in that trio? Like, no, I don't get it. But anyway, I guess it's just convenient for now. But Quinn is up next, and Chelsea also tells him, I'm not coming after you. She does share that she's thinking of putting Angela and Kimo up on the block. And surprise, surprise, Quinn is cool with Angela going this week. Right, of course. He wanted her to go last week, but it didn't happen. So then Leah has her chat with Chelsea, and Chelsea is ready to ask her some stuff. So Chelsea brings up, I heard that when I was on the block with Cam and Brooklyn, that you wanted to keep Cam and get rid of me, and you were saying that you could not trust me. Ooh. Uh-oh. But Leah is denying. She says, I don't make promises about votes, so that couldn't have been me. I don't say that I'm going to keep people until like a minute before because I need to find out where everyone else is voting because I don't want to be on the wrong side of the vote. Leah is also saying any weirdness that there was between her and Chelsea weeks ago was because of, I think she was saying Tucker. Tucker was putting things in her head. Pretty convenient that Tucker is not there anymore to fact check with. But anyway, Leah says if she had to choose now between Cam and Chelsea, she would pick Chelsea. So I don't know how much Chelsea buys this, but by the end of the conversation, Chelsea is saying she wants to go to the final 5 with both Leah and Mackenzie. Again, I feel like she's telling a lot of people that she wants to go to the final 5 with them. So I don't know who she actually wants to go to the final 5 with. But Anyway, there was a break from the one-on-ones while Chelsea got her HOH room. So she got pictures of her family, a very sweet letter from her sister. Her music was, excuse me, Justin Timberlake. This is going to ruin the tour. The world tour. Yeah, very, very nice HOH room. And then it's back to business because Chelsea has one more one-on-one to get through. And this one is with T-Core. So going into this one-on-one, T-Core was planning on pushing for Quinn to be the target this week. And she was going to tell Chelsea all about the Visionaries Alliance with Quinn, T-Core, and Kimo and talk about how Quinn betrayed them, how messed up it was that he put Kimo on the block last week. But do you think she did all that? No. She must have changed up her plan when Chelsea shared she does not want to go after Quinn this week because she feels like she owes him. Quinn kept her safe last week. She messed up Quinn's plans by flipping that vote and getting rid of Joseph. She feels bad about that. So she is saying she does not want to go after Quinn. So I feel like maybe T-Core didn't want to push it at that point, but you never know. Maybe she'll bring it up later in the week after the veto, depending on what happens. So yeah. Chelsea reveals she is thinking about putting up Kimo and Angela. And she does share Angela is the target because she feels like that would be the least amount of blood on her hands. Boring. I'm still holding out hope though, because I think that Chelsea would potentially make a bigger move after the veto, right? But she's smart. She's not blabbing like a lot of these other house guests are. So maybe she does have a backdoor plan and she doesn't want to spread that all around the house before they even know who won the veto. So she does also tell T-Core that Leah or Quinn would potentially be the replacement nominee if necessary. So Chelsea is saying she needs T-Core's help to reassure Kimo that he will be safe this week, even though he's going up. And T-Core's like, well, I know of a way we can do that. I think Kimo will feel a lot better if we officially lock in an alliance this week. So T-Core's asking Chelsea, would you rather solidify the girls' alliance, or do you want to solidify something with me, you, Kimo, Rubina, and Cam? And honestly, it seems like Chelsea doesn't want to lock in either of those alliances yet. She wants to keep it loose. Like, she feels like as long as they have an understanding that they're all working together, they don't need to officially make an alliance. Also, I think she just doesn't want to like be held accountable if things go wrong. You know, maybe she wants to try and make some moves here. So who knows? But the rest of last night, T-Core did let Kimo know that he will likely be going up on the block. And she's telling him, you're going to be safe against Angela. It's going to be okay. If Chelsea's doing it, it's okay. Also, it just seems like Kimo didn't really like care that much. I mean, he's definitely not wanting to go up on the block, but I think he's just happy to be there at this point, right? He wasn't sure if he was going to be surviving that vote last night, so he's just on cloud 9 that he made it to the jury. Then also last night, Angela cried about how she voted with the house instead of following her heart. She says she's not going to do that again. We'll see. All right. Today, Angela checks in with Chelsea again, and this got, again, a little bit intense. Chelsea lets her know it's slim pickings for nominations. So read between the lines. Angela, you're going up. But Angela is begging not to go up on the block. She's crying about how hard she's had it in this game so far, which, like, again, I've mentioned this yesterday. A lot of it, and she's even mentioned it, a lot of this has been self-inflicted. Angela has caused a lot of problems for herself. But she says to Chelsea, you know, we had this agreement. We agreed if either of us won HOH, we weren't going to put each other up. And Angela says, if I won HOH, I wouldn't be putting you up on the block. But Chelsea is not budging. And she's getting really annoyed that Angela is basically like questioning her character here. She says, oh, no. Don't say that I'm not a woman of my word. Like, let's not go there. So Chelsea also brings up, at least you will get to play for the veto. It's not like I'm putting you up as a replacement nominee and then you have no chance. So Angela says she's not mad at Chelsea. Fine, put me up. I'll just win the veto. She's going to try and stay positive and get that win. But then Chelsea lets her know that she's going to be going up against Kimo, and Angela just starts crying again really hard. And she's like, I don't want that. I love Kimo. I don't want to be on the block against him. So she's like, put T-Core up instead. T-Core hasn't been nominated yet. And Chelsea is like, no, she does not want to do that. We know she does not want to put T-Core up. So yeah, in related news, Chelsea had a chat with Kimo, and she basically asked, would you be cool with going up as a pawn next to Angela? And he was like, I never want to go up as a pawn, but I guess I'm okay with it because I'd be up against Angela. Anybody else, I wouldn't want to do it. But because it's Angela, he feels comfortable enough. So he seemed pretty unfazed by this whole situation. Again, I think he's just freaking happy to be there, happy that he made it to jury, and then he's going to see what happens from there. So nominations should be happening at some point today. It looks like Kimo and Angela are going up. If you want to check back later, I will post the nominees in the description for this stream. Yeah, so that's where we're at. POV should be tomorrow. And I'm wondering, is Angela actually Chelsea's target, or is Chelsea going to try and take a shot at Leah? We'll see. Should be interesting. I also want to update you guys. It's programming notice. Unfortunately, I will not be able to stream tomorrow because I do have another craft show. I have like a street fair kind of thing tomorrow, but I will be able to do a stream on Sunday. So if you can hang tight for an extra day, I will be doing one on Sunday to make up for it. So I hope you will join me for that. Yeah, so I want to thank you all so much for being here, and I want to give a special thanks to all of our super chatters. Let's see who we got. All right, Lana Del Rey. Again, I freaking love your name. Makes me think of Billy on the Street, the Lana Del Race for the Cure. This is their first super on a live stream, and thank you so much. And they said the fact that this season and BB 19/22 are the same show is insane. I know, right? Such a stark contrast. Those sucked, and this one is amazing. But they said, I've been really feeling BB these last few years. Thank you for the years of awesome recaps. Thank you so much for watching. We really, really appreciate it. And seriously, you are so generous, and we cannot thank you enough. Sheena, thank you so much. Sheena US 48. And Sheena says, hey, Maddie and Janet, loving the recap and spoiler of this season of Big Brother 26. We're loving it too. Have you seen the cast of Dancing with the Stars season 33? And what are your thoughts? And who from this season of BB 26 would you love to see on an all-star season? Wonderful questions. We did see the cast reveal, and we are looking forward to watching the season as always. I'm freaking shooketh that Anna Delvey is going to be on. I love the show Inventing Anna on Netflix, but I'm also like, oh no, but it's like the real one. Can't we get the actress? Who is it? Julia Quinn? No, not Julia Quinn. That's the lady that wrote Bridgerton. I'm losing my mind. Can't we get the one that played Anna Delvey on Netflix to be a contestant instead of like the real one? So I'm curious how that's going to play out. I'm really excited for pommel horse guy from the Olympics, the rugby player, the dad from Family Matters. Who else? I feel like I'm forgetting like some big people here. Let me just take a quick look. Season 33 cast. I just need a little refresher. Oh yeah, I can't believe Tori Spelling hasn't been on yet. When I saw her on there, I was like, wait, what? Because it just feels like she would have already done this, but no. Let's see who else. Okay. Yeah, I was a little bit surprised that there were two people from Bachelor Universe. Eric Roberts, he was very entertaining in Righteous Gemstones. We had a couple of sports people like football and basketball. I'm not really into that, so I don't really know them that much. I feel like those are all the ones that I really know. Yeah, but I mean, there's always people that I don't know, but then I see them on the show and I end up loving them. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. And to answer your other question, who from the season of BB 26 would I love to see on an all-star season? I mean, there's a lot of contenders. There's a lot of great options. I would love to see Tucker play again, of course. Angela, just for the entertainment factor. Who else? I don't know. Who do you guys think? There are a lot of great players this season who would be fun to watch. I feel like there's probably some people who have already been evicted too that would be fun to see them come back. It'd be nice to see Cedric come back, knowing more about the game this time because I feel like he could be good. I don't know. I'd have to think about that more, but very good question. And this is Sheena's third super on a live stream. Yay! Forever Young Zoe, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And they asked, any advice on gaining a following for a new BB reviewer? I started reviewing this season. Some videos do well with views, some don't. Well, that's a good question too. First of all, congratulations on your new BB review channel. That's awesome. I'm trying to think what would be good advice. Well, okay, first thing I would say is be consistent. Make sure you are doing your best to post like every day, I guess. I mean, it's up to you, like what your schedule is. Not everybody posts updates every single day, and that's fine. I don't even anymore. I only do 6 days a week. But if you're a reliable source, people know that you're going to be consistent. That definitely helps. Also, show your personality. Make sure you are giving your flavor when you're giving your updates and giving some of your takes on what's going on. I know some people will be like, you're biased, blah, blah, blah. But most people do like to hear your opinions on what's going on in the house, right? So I would say those are my main pieces of advice, but I hope it's going well. That's super exciting. And thank you again so much for being here and for supporting us. Jefferson Tucker, thank you so much. Jefferson says, lights, camera, action. That light did not get the memo. Your stage manager has been MIA. Jefferson, it's your fault. No. We have some batteries that have not been nice to us this season. So I think it might be time to get a few new external batteries, or whatever they're called. But Jefferson, it's so nice to see you. I hope you've been enjoying this season. And Sean Davis, thank you so much for the super chat. Sean says the fact that Joseph was comparing himself to Dr. Will is laughable. I know he's been talking about that in interviews too. He's trying to say that the show asked him who he would compare himself to, and he said Dr. Will. But yeah, I also saw that he called Big Brother cheap for not having a bigger jury. Damn. Okay, shots fired. Yeah, so he's had quite a bit to say in his exit interviews. Sean says the women need to solidify the alliance to really shake things up. I feel like they don't want to fully commit to it. I feel like they're still kind of some of them are still weighing their options. They're like, I don't want to get into this if I can still go far in this game with Cam or Quinn or, so I feel like they don't want to do it. Quinn crying during the credits last night was hilarious. It reminded me so much of season 16 when Frankie found out that he was not top 3 for America's Favorite Player. That is the vibe that I was getting with that face. But yeah, it was wild. Thank you again. And Jeremiah, thank you so much. Jeremiah says Maddie's ring light fun. Woo! I think the ring light's okay. I think it's our batteries that are crapping out, but we'll need to look into that because this witch lighting ain't it. But thank you all so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And just a reminder again, I will see you on Sunday for the next stream. So until then, much love. Bye, everybody. Bye.